Me and Anthony took Physics 1, Physics 2, and Quantum Mechanics. How the course is constructed. It consisted of Khan Academy in the first couple of weeks during the course, and now we are currently taking college lectures. Percentage completed, I would put it around a 35% approximated. So the next thing is what I've learned. I've learned to make physical observations on my universe, from black holes to wormholes to anything of that sort, cosmological examples, anything of that sort. And my conclusion. Well, that was my conclusion. Bazinga.
Bazinga.
Okay. Comments?
Dude, I blinked my eyes when you said my conclusion. I don't understand what that was at all.
He was reading his text over here and missed the whole thing.
Yeah, about a 3-word text. Do it again.
You read really
Okay.
slow.
No, here's what you didn't expound on anything. We gotta know what you're doing. You guys, some of you guys understand there's a bottom line. Hang on one second. When you come up and I say, how are you doing with your, I don't want a 3-minute speech, but right now you've got a 3-minute speech so that you're expound on everything. Now, guys, we've said this over and over. You would think when you get up there that you would do this.
Now, you're taking your quantum mechanics, right?
Well, that's the course we're taking right now.
So is that what your physics speech was on just now?
No, it was over Physics 1, Physics 2, and Quantum Mechanics.
What is quantum mechanics?
Quantum mechanics is the study of subatomic particles and atomic particles and the way they behave within their natural world.
And what does trigonometry have to do with that?
Well, trigonometry had to do with two-dimensional motion,
Okay.
projectile motion.
You're kind of jumping around, which.
Yes, I'm very highly nervous.
No, I'm not talking about now, I'm talking about in your course. In your course, not right now, you're not.
Oh, okay.
No,
Well,
you're not
I'm very
jumping around
nervous.
now. But I'm saying you're jumping around, which I've given you the freedom to do.
What do you mean
Now,
by
what
jumping
you-
around?
Your physics, physics 2, physics 1. I mean, you understand physics 1 is usually a 1-year course.
Yes,
And physics
mainly
2 is
covered-
another year course.
but Newtonian graphic mechanics wasn't hard enough, so I pretty much took it upon myself to complete Physics
There's
1.
way more to physics than Newtonian
Mechanics.
mechanics.
Yes,
What
I know
about
that. That's all
thermodynamics?
Physics 1 has to offer. That's all Physics
There's
1.
no thermodynamics in physics
Thermo-
1?
Very slim, if I recall.
Yeah, well, you don't recall correctly.
Well, off of Kant,
Vector analysis?
vector analysis. That can be categorized in a number of things.
A lot of
Vector spaces
Newtonian-
in quantum mechanics, vector spaces.
So here's what I've done, I've given you some freedom to move around in that, but what I'm not understanding here is what you've learned and how it all works together, I'm not understanding that at all.
Okay,
And if we're gonna give you that freedom to jump around, then you need to be able to communicate what you're learning and why.
okay,
I'm asking.
okay, you're asking. Are you wanting an example? Hmm. Well, I can give you a very, very basic formula that I've picked up, and I can apply that to my everyday world because I couldn't use quantum mechanics in my everyday world. So I'll just go ahead and give you this one.
You dumb it down for us?
Yeah, so we can
Yeah, I'm not going to ravish off of something that, and you don't want to be too defined, so I'm just going to go ahead and state the simplest thing I can.
Okay, we'll see it.
Today,
Acceleration equals change in velocity over change in time. I'll go ahead and solve the formula. You've heard this one before, Mr. Fauché, so I'm going to go ahead and point that out so you can have no negative comments on it.
I can too.
Okay.
That's what I can think do. I don't like the British accent. There, that's a comment.
Okay. All right, Mr. Vining.
Go, let's hear the.
All right. We have a Porsche 911 going 0 to 60 miles per hour in 3 seconds. Okay, we put the 60 over the 3, and went from basic division. We just do that, and that's 20 over 1, so the car accelerates 20 miles per hour in 1 second.
Dude, I understand what acceleration, it's like, that's just the next step in the velocity formula.
Well, you can, if you want to be more defined than that, you can take your final velocity and your initial velocity and subtract those two, and then take your time. You
All right,
change
so
it.
what's the math you use to go from velocity to acceleration?
All right,
What type of math do you use?
I'm not following you.
To get from one formula, from a basic velocity formula, you apply a certain type of math that's been mentioned already, and you come up with the acceleration formula.
I don't recall.
Acceleration is the first derivative of the velocity formula, which is calculus 101.
Okay, now, here's what I'm interested in. I'm interested in how you communicate that and what, that's what a speech is. Guys, if you got somebody coming up, if you got somebody coming up to explain what's going on, you gotta be able to communicate that. If President Obama gets in front of everybody and does jibber jabber and moves all around and nobody understands, then he fails as a president communicating. Anywhere, anytime, any form or fashion. You failed today in communicating to us what you're doing. This is not a speech to get up there and to give just I thought your voice inflection, I thought everything's good, but your communication in words to us and meaning to us, guys, there's way too much going on in here. I don't know.
Turn the volume down, sorry.
My volume?
No, mine, I'm trying to.
Put it on vibrate.
Apologize.
You understand what I'm saying?
Yes.
So I gave you a 2.5. I don't care if I first.
It was my turn, I did mine already, but I didn't put a score on it.
Interesting.
I'll go with a 2.5.
All right, your style of giving a speech, you've got the technique, you have a good presentation in terms of technique in speech.
Yeah.
Good intonation, good diction, all that, be careful not to come across as inauthentic. Sometimes you could, it's more like, you gotta be careful that this is not a theatrical production, it's a speech. So be careful that when you use theatrics, that they're in keeping with who you really are, okay? If you understand what I'm trying to say. On the other end of things, and more the negative end, is you've got a lot of information. You can rattle off a lot of big words and equations and information, but it seems to be disconjointed. It doesn't seem to be organized, and it's going to have to be organized to convey. You're going to have the best ability to speak and everything, but it's like speaking 5 seconds worth of information in 30 minutes. You know what I'm trying to say? You can use a lot of words and say very little information. So that you have to be cognitive of that. As far as the number, I'm going to go with, I really like, your style's great. It's just you got to get the content lined up and organized. I'm going to go with I'd say 2.75.
Okay.
Thank you, Paul.
All right, yeah.
Paul cries all the time.
You gotta get higher.